Good morning.
Good morning.
We need to start building a portable pig mobile slash hut. I went and picked out the material we're gonna need. I got a couple of gates. I got some metal roofing. We got 4 Idaho pasture pigs this year, 2 for feeders and 2 for breeding stock. We got a boar and a sow, or they will be a boar and a sow once we breed them. And we got to separate them. The boar is getting older. The original plan was to put the boar Yukon up in the woods, but he's still on the smaller side. And I hate to stick him up there all by himself because we do have coyotes and stuff like that around here. So we're gonna be building a new structure that I had come up with. We're gonna be going off of the plans for our milking stand and making it work for the pigs, or for Yukon, I should say. They're getting to the age we need to separate them. Yukon is the bigger one. He's going to be the breeding boar. And then the more black one, that is sweet potato, and she is gonna be our sow. And the other 2 are our feeders. So we're gonna keep the 3 girls together. We wanna have Yukon by himself. And I don't wanna just put him down here in another electric fence near them, because when he wants to stop breeding, I don't want him to try to break through an electric fence. I want him to know that, hey, I can't get out. So we want to have something good and secure for him. If Yukon was up in the woods, he'd be further enough away. We wouldn't have to worry about him trying to get to the girls. But if we keep him in this general area, I'm assuming he's going to want to break out and go visit the girls when it's breeding time. So we don't want to have to worry about that situation. So we're going to be building this new structure.
This new structure that Al's going to build, or we're going to build, is going to be good for any time of the year too. So that is going to be good, and it can be multiple purposes. So we always like to keep different things in mind when we are building structures.
When building this, I'm keeping in my mind how else we can be using this. So I'm going to make it so in the springtime when we have piglets, if we want to get the piglets outside and the weather's not nice enough, we can use this in the future for that. We could also use this to help us load animals into a trailer. We could use it for pigs, for loading pigs into a trailer. We could use it for loading cows into a trailer. Any animal to load in the trailer. So we can get them into this pen. We can shut one gate and then we'll have another gate on the front. We could back our trailer right up into it. We're gonna have solid sides, and then we could just kind of push them a lot easier into a trailer versus just being outside in an electric fence area. So we'll be able to use this for quite a few different things, which will be nice. All right, so the base, we're gonna be using 4x6s for our skis. I'm gonna cut a 45-degree notch off of the bottom, coming down 1 inch, and then I'm marking a 45-degree angle. Just using my square to mark 1 inch. I'll cut these 2 ends and then we'll get on to the next step. All right, I want to measure our 4x6 and get a total length. So this is 12 feet 1 inch. I want our inside diameter for our run area to be 10. So instead of cutting these to 12-foot lengths, I'm just going to remember that I need to go. So I'm going to go in 1.5 feet. 12.5 inches. That sounds better.
On both sides.
On both sides, so 12.5 on that one. I'm gonna come down here now. 12.5, and that'll give me a 10-foot span. All right, then we're gonna be connecting 4x4 posts to our 4x6s, and we're gonna be using some Simpson Z brackets for these. I'm gonna put these onto our mark, and I'm connecting them with the Simpson SD connectors. I like the screws. They also make nails, and you should use their screws or nails because these have the shear strength, so they'll hold up to like shear pressure where like a regular screw will just break off. So that's why you want to use their brand of connectors. The screws cost a little bit more money, but they're so much quicker. And usually when I use the nails, because they're so short, I end up hitting my thumb every once in a while. So it's worth it. So the front posts are going to be 8 feet tall, the back posts are going to be 6 feet tall, and then the center post will be around 7 feet tall. But we'll do the center post afterwards, that's why I don't have anything in. We'll get the 2 ends ones done and in, then we'll figure out center and what we need for a height after. All right, just want to make sure these are cut to length. We're doing 2 at 6 feet and then 2 at 8 feet even. And this is 86 and this is 96 and a half inches long, so gotta trim them up. Okay. All right, so let go lightly. Will it stay? Okay, let go.
As long as somebody doesn't jump up on it.
Okay, let go. Okie dokie. This. I flop it upside down. All right, I gotta trim off the Sawzall to be the right angle of this, and then we'll figure out center, and we'll put one in where we need it over here. Watch out, Brutus. All right, so we're gonna go 5 feet to the center. All right, so then I'll measure over 58 and 1/8 to the edge, right there. Okay, and that's what we need to cut. You can let go. That's what we need to cut our 2 4x4s at. Okay, so 84 inches to the long side. Think I need a kiss? Do you think I need a kiss, sir? All right, so now that we know all of our measurements, I can do this one before we start putting it together. You hold this one. All right, so now I'm gonna cut 2 2x6s at 8 feet 7 inches, 103 inches. Blocks are going to act as my 3rd and 4th hands, because you can never have enough hands, it seems like. Okay. Oh, I like it. That'll work. All right, next we'll work on the gates. Get the gates, everything attached, secured, everything straightened out to fix the gates. And then we'll continue on with the rest. I'm gonna go 3.5 inches off the ground. If we have a pig that's that small, shoo-wee, that's a tiny little pig. I have a feeling it's gonna come out the other side. It is. We're going to have to trim it off. That is fine. Let's try that. For some reason, this nut's a little jammed, so we're going to use our impact. Mikey, I like it. I mean, we got some bounce, but basically it's bouncing together. I'm gonna put some more braces on once we get more of the roof stuff done. I'm gonna put some, actually, let me do those 4x4s right here as bracing. Not sure if we're gonna do them down below. Maybe we will. Just put a little bit in. Let's get some 4x4s cut into diagonal braces so that way we can strengthen this up from going side to side, up high. Because down low, we wanna keep it open for the gate swing. So we can do 4 for now. I'm gonna have to do the other 2 later on, but this should help strengthen it up quite a bit. I like it. I wouldn't worry so much about these diagonal braces if I didn't plan on moving it around on pasture, but I do, so I want to make sure we have good structural integrity for when we're dragging. I like that a lot. Okay, I just gotta get 2 for up above, and then that's done for bracing for now. You've got a rough life or what, dude? You find the cool spot? Did I wake you? There we go, tater chip. Let her rip, tater chip. Tater, tater, tater chip. I got one in my shoe. I got one in my shoe. Oh, the dairy home. Me's got one in my shoe. I want to take this and come up to like that. Aha! Got it. I think that's where we want it. Yeah. Oh, just be low enough. That works a lot better than the grinder. All right, I want to staple this end up. I got an idea to keep this fence long and not cut it, because if I cut it back here, I'm not going to like it. So if I was to do this again, I'd stick these 4x4 posts out like an inch more and go like 10 feet, 1 inch with my post. And that way when I cut the hog panel down, this final rib would fall on the 4x4. But you don't know until you do it. All right, I like that. There's a couple of things I want to do to make that a little bit more sturdy. I don't know if it's needed, but we're gonna do it because I like to go overboard sometimes. That's just my personality. So we're gonna go 117 and where have you been? What have you been up to, mister? Huh? You're all wet. I probably don't want to know, do I? Probably better off not knowing. Is that what you're telling me? So if we cut that at 117, no, let's cut that at the next one will get cut at 112 and 7/8. Okay. All right, so we're gonna cut this down to 112 and 7/8. Yes, I know I'm going a little overboard, but that's the kind of stuff I do. So let's get this piece installed and we'll see what it's gonna look like. Wow. You're crazy. Let's make sure this still will open and close, and it will. I guess I could have notched that out, but a little bit more fancier, but not in the prototype. Definitely fancier than it needs to be, but I figure this way, if we need to set something here, when we're in here, we have a place to set it, and it really keeps the sharp edges from being out. So if you're leaning over to try to do something on the inside to pet the pig or something like that, or to feed the pig, you're not worrying about cutting your shirt or cutting your belly or an arm or something. So I originally got the idea of putting the 2x4 up, so that way if we're using this to load cattle or anything in a trailer, we have like a solid support and they're not just pushing up against a cattle panel that is stapled. And then I'm like, you know what? Let's cap it. It'll look prettier. It'll be a shelf and it'll take all of those sharp edges away so we don't gotta worry about cutting ourselves or cutting an animal or something like that. So yeah, it looks good. I probably should have left a little air right here and left it, but you can only do so much. Can't get too fussy. So yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side, and then I gotta figure out if there's a few more pieces that I wanna add to lock in the ends, which I think I'm going to. And again, that's just for more safety purposes, so you don't gotta worry about walking by it and cutting your pants or yourself or an animal on it. Are you done being a troublemaker? Yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't think you were. Let's get this held in place. Oh, perfect. All right, needs a little love tap. I never even checked. Oh yeah, baby, that's where it's at. I like it. I like it. I like it like that. Toot toot. All right, I need my whack tool, call it the whack tool, because usually you're going and then we can open it up to come in. We don't need to open up all the way to come in, but as long as we can open it up enough to sneak in ourselves, we're good. All that whack. Yeah, sorry. Made me had to sneeze. All that little fine powder up my nostrils. What do you think, Brutus? Is this a good pen for you? Come on in. Come on. Come on in. Now you gotta come in more. It's like a maze. And then I can lock you in. So, I wanna mark our overhangs at an angle so it's not going the other way. We wanna have them going the correct way. So I'm gonna cut those at a 12-degree angle, pitch them. And then I'm just trying to figure out, what do I want to do there? I don't know. Let me think about that, how I want to finish it. I think I'm just going to let it fly. We'll put a 2x4 on top, and then we'll have the tin strap to it. And I'm not going to worry about any extra support up there unless I have some extra pieces, but that's just an overhang to catch the rain and the snow and keep it from going in. So yeah, we'll just leave it like that. Do it like that. Okay. Bam, bam. There we go. All right, I've definitely got a little carried away with all the little finishing touches, but it's gonna be a lot nicer to use. We don't have to worry about ripping our clothes when we're reaching over to put feed in here and stuff like that. And then later on, if we need to, we can put sides on it. We gotta do the roof. This is where I'm gonna end this part of the video, and then when we come back, we're gonna do the roof rafters, and then we're gonna strap it. And we're gonna do a roof up there so that way when the pigs are outside, it's raining, they're not getting soaked, and it'll give them some shade and then whatever else we use it for in the future. But yeah, I am excited. It's coming out as good as it is. I wasn't planning on getting this elaborate, but once I get going, sometimes I just can't stop myself. So this is where we're gonna end this video. I don't think we're gonna be working on it in the next video. I've been keeping an eye on the weather so we can fix up the road. We had a bunch of rain. Today's nice out. So I'm hoping the road's gonna dry out and we can get some more material brought up and we can fix up that last culvert. It's been so crazy here. We have so many projects to do, but with everything getting washed out, we need to repair them, but we also need to keep an eye on the weather because we don't want to try to repair them when the roads are all wet and muddy. So we've been like doing this project, stopping, jumping on that project, jumping back and forth, back and forth. Same reason with the mini truck. We started that one because we had the time. We didn't start this one right away because right now trying to get building materials, it's a pain in the butt. It's not a quick little ride like it used to be because the main roads are still washed out. So we've just been jumping back and forth, trying to figure everything out. So this project's almost done. We're so close, but we're not gonna be working on it tomorrow. We're gonna be working on the road as long as the weather stays the way it's supposed to stay. And then we can get the road fixed up. And then I'm pretty sure we only have like one day of nice weather. Then it's gonna be raining again. So this will be a perfect project for the rainy day. And then we'll be able to get up above the last culvert and see if we have any more issues we need to fix, but we won't be able to fix them right away because it's gonna be raining. So we'll have to be back here working the work. Then we'll have to be back here, back in the workshop working because it's gonna be raining. I hope that makes sense. That's what's dictating our projects, what we're doing, when we're doing them, how we're doing them. It's just this crazy weather we're getting this year. So thanks for coming along on our homesteading journey. You guys are a huge blessing to us in our homestead. Brutus, he said I worked him too hard today. He is a tired puppy. So this is where we're gonna end the video. Thanks for coming along on our homesteading journey. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe, and we'll see you right back here in the next video. Bye.